outer limits of human adventure, beyond the barrier of human credibility, fighting the unknown forces and secret terrors science couldn't predict.
There's a monstrous thing aboard this station from the moon. That's what killed Weber.
What kind of a monstrous thing?
Look this way, Doctor. You will understand. Here, Doctor. You are the first of your world to be looking at our solar system, the Astron. This is our planet, Astron Delta.
At the top.
Beyond the outer limits of human adventure, beyond the barrier of human credibility, fighting the unknown forces and secret terrors science couldn't predict.
There's a monstrous thing aboard this station from the moon. That's what killed Weber.
What is up, everybody? It is Tuesday. I think about that for a second. It's Tuesday, it's 7 p.m., and you know what that means. It is time for some Spectre Vision. I am Londo. How are y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. How have your weeks been going so far? Hey, what up, Ghost? Play the air horns for you. How you doing? How was your trip back? How was your flight? How was navigating the airport? You flew into, was it Denver? I've heard like crazy things about that airport. Apparently it's, it's like a big conspiracy theory about like what that airport actually is. A lot of people think it's like some like, I don't know, like a crazy ode to like secret societies and the Illuminati and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Did you experience any of that? But anyway, so tonight, let's see, what are we doing tonight? We got a little special plan tonight because I had to skip stream last Thursday. We're going to do something a little bit, well, not different, but just a little bit bigger. So we're going to start off doing some Pokemon TCG Pocket as normal. And if you want to battle me, I will open the battle queue so that you can get in on that. Give me 1 second. And hold on, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. All right, the queue should be open. And then later in the stream, we will switch things over and do some real Pokemon TCG pack rips. I've got these two things lined up for tonight. The first is a King Gambit Shrouded Fable box. It's got a couple of packs in there. And second, we will do a Prismatic Evolutions poster collection. So we're going big today. Now, let me just preface all of this by saying that I know that is Prismatic Evolutions. I know everybody's trying to kill themselves for it. I got it at retail price through the Pokemon Company. So, yeah, I didn't have to murder anybody for it. So, rest assured. You're all right. The trip was fine. Denver Airport is huge, but it's easy to navigate, and they explain shit. Okay, cool. What up with your butt up? What up, Nate? No conspiracies, but gargoyles. Oh, cool. What up, Onward? Something is blooming around here, though. My eyes are just rivers today. Dude, I've noticed that, too. Like, whenever I've traveled away, even for just a weekend, like, we went upstate to visit Zach and Izzy the other day, and my allergies were a little bit better, but once I came back, like, instantly my allergies hit me. I think it's the pecan trees. I think something about that, like, the pecan trees, like, really get my allergies going. But, yeah, it's an absolute pain. I definitely got an elbow thrown at me by a guy that looks exactly like me. Oh, was it me? I don't know. Everywhere I go, I just throw elbows, just in case. Did you throw one back? That's the real question. Gents, it's a day I don't have anything to prep for tomorrow, so I'm taking the night off. Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm glad you're hanging out here tonight. Oh, also, I wanted to ask you, Nate, how did you enjoy your first Poke Night the other day? That was your introduction to playing the Pokemon TCG game, right? How did you enjoy it? What did you like? What didn't you like? Also, this weekend, we are having another Poke Night. So, yeah, we'll having some friends coming over this weekend, and we'll be playing some more Pokemon TCG Pocket IRL. I'm very excited about that. I've really, really, really been enjoying that, and I've got some little special surprises in store for it as well. Fix my mic. I bumped into it, and it got all crooked. All right, but first, let's start off by doing some Pokemon TCG Pocket. So, the new Pokemon TCG Pocket set should be dropping like at midnight tonight. I think that's when that happens, right? It should be like the last day of the month is when it hits, or is that the last day of the month or the first day of the month? I always forget. But everybody thought it was going to be some like Gen 2 Pokemon, Gen 3 Pokemon, but nope. They're going with the Alolan era Pokemon. 2 a.m. Okay, that's when it drops. Are you guys excited for it? Are you looking forward to any cards? I haven't seen anything yet. I'm trying not to spoil anything, so I want to like discover those cards as they come. Sharky! How you doing, Sharky? Feeding the cat. All right, let me see if I can find these cats. Listen up for the crunch, guys. Let's feed these cats. Come here. Moira, come here. Oh, we got one cat. Where's the other one? Come here. Let her get it. Let her get it. Thank you so much for that, Sharky. How you doing? Can we get a shout out going for Sharky? I don't think they've fixed the shout out functionality on Twitch. And I think I figured out what the problem was. So basically, Twitch changed their API. And because of that, it doesn't directly link clips to video URLs, as you'll see. And the way that this shout out plugin works is it just references those link URLs and plays the clip from there, but you can't do that anymore, so it just plays the generic shout out. So I can't play a clip, but you do get that shout out anyway. Oh, we got a Never Have I Ever. Okay. Yeah, you should see the other guy. Host a Poke Night in Florida. Okay, we'll do. Yeah, let me just start walking. It'll be quite a few days before I get there. I was intrigued. I don't think I'm buying cards anytime soon, but learning the mechanics is pretty fun, especially being thrown in the deep end. Did you win any of your battles? Did you lose any of your battles? Well, you're always welcome to come again. So anytime somebody redeems Never Have I Ever, we pull a card from the Never Have I Ever deck. I hold it up to the screen. If you have done the thing that it never has we said we do, then raise a hand. Comment a hand emote in the chat, whatever you want to do, or even better, tell us the story. Never have I ever opened a beer with my teeth. I have not done that, and I'll tell you why, because I have a very, very cautionary tale about that. I was at a party once in college, and it was just a house party, right? So everybody's drinking, whatever. There is a girl that was there who was opening beer bottles with like her back teeth. So she'd like put it in there and pop it open, right? As the night went on and she became more and more intoxicated, it became harder and harder and harder for her to do that, to the point where she was doing it once and like kept slipping and then like clocking her the inside of her mouth. And then she did it and it like cracked the bottle and broke the tip of the bottle off in her mouth, and she ended up like slicing the top of her mouth, like the roof of her mouth, with that broken bottle. So she is like crying and bleeding, and it's just a big old mess. So yeah, don't do that. You can cause some serious damage, or even just like fuck your teeth up. You can chip your teeth like that. Probably not good practice. Use a bottle opener. Your profile pic is ChatGPT. You're 0 for 3. Hand. Oh, hell, there you go. You definitely have. No, I don't want to break my teeth. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to do that. I would chew up the caps into little wads too. Oh my goodness. I'm sure your dentists all approve of that. Honey, no. Exactly. Favorite was opening it on the side of the counter. Yeah, that's kind of a cool flex. You like put it there and just like pop the lid off of it. I'm drinking water tonight. I gotta stay hydrated. I noticed that as it starts to get warmer and warmer, I tend to get more and more dehydrated, so I have to like consciously remind myself to drink more water. All right, let's see. Let me open up these packs. Also, guys, the battle queue is open. Exclamation battle in the chat, and you can be added to the battle queue, and we can duke it out here live on stream. Hey, Goldengo. I don't have this one. Oh, I do have this one. Yeah, I'm excited for the new packs to come out. I think I only have 2 more cards that I'm missing from this set. I'm missing the Wigglytuff. Oh, I'm sorry. The Wigglytuff. Oh, it's playing the wrong video. The Wigglytuff EX and the... What's the other one I'm missing? I forget. Let me look. Wigglytuff EX, and then the... Oh, it put them in the wrong order. Okay, yeah, so that's... Oh, the Beedrill EX. That's the other one I'm missing. Yeah, the Beedrill EX and the Wigglytuff EX. And then from the last set, I'm missing the Arceus EX. That one I'm missing too. You should do a hydrate command where you use the channel. Oh yeah, right? I guess I could do that. Yeah, but see, because a lot of streamers do that, it's overplayed, right? Then I'm just following the trend. Actually, I think it's one of the stock channel point redemptions that comes with Twitch when you first hit the the ability to do channel points, it like comes baked in with a few of them, and you have to like remove them. But all the other ones I did were custom. All right, I think I have one more pack I can open, right? Let's do this. Yeah, I'm sad that I'm always kind of sad whenever like the new packs release, because it basically changes the whole battle meta. So decks that you had that worked really well, they kind of get rotated out, and then you got to kind of build from scratch again. But at least you won't see the same freaking decks in versus all the time. So that's always a good thing. I feel like I didn't do a whole lot of ranked. I did a little bit of ranked play, but the ones that I did, you did see a lot of the same Pokemon. Like you saw a lot of the Giratina EXs. Like that was like a current meta, and so you kind of get sick of fighting the same opponent every time. It would be cool in Underground. Never heard of it before. I just hope there is no power creep. Have you seen the Rayquaza EX? I have not. Again, I'm trying not to spoil it. I want to try to like be surprised when I first start opening my first packs. Also, I pronounce it Rayquaza just because there is no consensus on how to pronounce that correctly, so I just go far end Rayquaza. It's gonna be OP as fuck. What is like one of the things that it does? What makes it so OP? Oh, and y'all, don't forget exclamation QOD or QOTD in the chat will give you today's question of the day. You pronounce it Rayquaza. Rayquaza. I should start pronouncing it that way. Alright, not off to a good start here. I didn't get my Charmander. 4 energy colorless does 4 random hits of 40 damage. Oh, 4 colorless though. That's kind of a big pull. One thing that I am kind of excited to see how it's going to play out is I know that they are adding rare candies, the Pokemon item rare candy to the game, and just like in the TCG game, what rare candies do is they allow you to skip an evolutionary step. So you can go from basic Pokemon to stage 2 Pokemon in one turn. And that could be potentially devastating, especially for decks like the Golem EX, or like I've got right here, this Charizard EX. It could be potentially game-changing. So I'm curious to see how that's going to balance out. That was always kind of the I guess the balance of it before, was that it would take time to build to those kind of OP cards. But if you're able to get to them faster, I don't know, man. This might have some consequences. Yeah, like Dragonite, exactly. Dragonite is one of the other ones too. But yeah, I know what you mean, that it's like one of the random attackers. But yeah, that's going to be something that usually when you go up against somebody playing a Dragonite deck, it's a slow burn, right? They're trying to keep it on their bench. But if they can get a Dragonite out into play by turn 2, that's kind of OP. And Dragonite already hits like a frickin' freight truck. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with that. Well, I'm not getting my Charmander, so I might have to take this guy on with my Moltres, which I have the type advantage because they're grass, so maybe that's going to work out for me. He's probably got a Beedrill that he's building too back here. Yeah, this Beedrill Meowscarada deck is kind of a lot of people consider it to be a meta. Let's see. All right, come on, give me a Charmander. There it is. All right, let me just start swinging on these Sprigatitos. I gotta start doing some damage here. I'm already like 4 turns in, I haven't done any damage. He's gonna hit me with that Beedrill next, and I don't have enough time to power up my Charizard, so I might be in trouble here. I don't think it will be as powerful as in the TCG because there's no way to search it out and no way to draw extra besides the Professor. Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, unless they're adding something new in this rotation. I don't know. Also, it requires both cards in hand at the same time, where evolving to stage 1, then stage 2 could be done on different turns. I guess that's true. That is a good point. I'm really curious to see how it's going to work in play, like how it's going to actually play out in game. Yeah, there he goes. He's got the B-drill. What does the B-drill do? Oh, and it's shiny too. Look at that. Oof. Well, there goes my plan there. Oh, very nice. Shaman. Don't mind if I do. Oh, it takes away an energy from you. Interesting. Okay. So I can't power up my Charmander passively. I gotta take him out with my Moltres. That's the only way I'm gonna win this. So here's the thing. He's got a choice now. Does he go for the KO on the Moltres? And then that means I win because I'm coming in with my other Moltres. Or does he try to bring this Florigato out? Or he may have another Beedrill back there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if I get this. This might be kind of tricky here. It all depends on what cards he has in his hand. Okay, so he's retreating. That means he's probably got another Beedrill in there. And I don't think I have a Cyrus in this deck. Oh, he's got the regular Beedrill. Interesting. Okay, so now we've added some extra turns to this battle. How are we going to play this? Well, let's get some cards first. Okay, here's what we do. We are going to Poke Communication this Charmander out of here, hoping we get the Charmeleon. Did not get it. Okay, so that means what I want to do is throw the Giant Cape on the Moltres to get him some HP boost here, and then we're back in the same position. All right, onward. I see that you have joined the battle queue. You will be on after this fight. All right. So he definitely doesn't have enough to take me out in one hit. Let's do the random auto build. Okay, that sounds good. All right, there's that Meowscarada. I forget what he does, what he can do. 60 damage. If your opponent is an EX... Okay, so he's going to one-shot me here. Yeah, he's definitely got this kill. Damn, okay. And if he has a Sabrina, I'm going to be cooked. Well, not a Cyrus. A Cyrus he can't use because I don't have any damage on the bench. And unfortunately, I still don't have the Charmeleon, so yeah, this might be GG's here. If he's got a Sabrina. Oh, if I have a Cyrus? Yeah, I don't think I have a Cyrus in this deck. I think that's the one card I'm missing out of this deck. Or maybe I do. I don't remember. Oh, shit. He's going to hit me with the red. Yeah, he's got me. GG's. I didn't think he had a red. Well played. Oh, man. All I needed was one more turn, and I would have had that win. All right, onward. Let's do a battle here. Okay, so if you don't remember, the way that we do this is I will put your types here in the chat. Okay, so that's the type key. And you have rolled a 0 and a 9. Ooh, okay, so you are normal and dragon type. Those are your two elements. Normal is a good one to get. And I am a 1 and a 5. So I am grass and fire. Ooh, interesting. That's going to be a weird deck. So I'm grass and fire. Okay. So then you go to edit your decks. Remove all, auto build, pick your 2, and water and fire. Hit OK, and before looking at it, you've just got to hit save and then go right into it. All right, let me know when you're ready. And we will do this. I rolled grass fire. Oh shit! What, did I put it wrong? Okay, okay. Let me back out and I'll redo it. Sorry. I put water fire. Ah, damn it. Thank you, Scraggle. You know what? I have such short-term memory when I'm streaming that like I completely forgot. I'm gonna concede out of this so I can fix that. Good call. Good catch there, Scraggle. Totally forgot about that. So I'm supposed to put grass fire. Okay. Oh, I also did it as a random match. Whoops. All right, let me fix this. Auto build, grass, fire, right? Grass fire, okay. No worries, I tried to catch before you enter. It gave you a psychic card for some reason. It's so weird how it does that. Like, it's just gonna randomly pick your elements to, I mean, your energies. Okay, well now I'm actually in the private match. So the password is Spectre, and onward when you are ready, let's get into it. So I just like joined a random battle and conceded to it. So that guy got a win for nothing. Good for him. And it still says it's calculating the scores of the last ranked mode, and it's been saying that for the last like 4 days. So I don't know how long it's gonna take. Ready for the new set? Hey, what up, Not? Yeah, dude, I'm ready for it to drop. I think it's what, 2 p.m. tonight. So yeah, I'm excited to see what it's gonna be, what they're gonna have for it. Oh my goodness, what is this? What is this deck? Oof. All right, here we go. I guess I'm going first. Let's do it. Not exclamation battle in the chat. You'll be added to the battle queue. Another Magmar? How many Magmars are in this frickin' deck? A Pokédex? How good is this gonna do me? Okay, well, here we go. Oh, so weird. Such a weird deck that it puts together automatically. And like fire and grass, what a weird combination too. Ooh, so Scraggle, I have most of my decks ready to go for this Saturday. My Mewtwo EX deck is finally ready to go. And then I made the Gardevoir EX. I modernized that one, so it's legal now, and I think it's pretty good. I haven't tested it too much. And I'm almost done building with the leftovers a Mewtwo V / Gardevoir EX deck that actually kind of works pretty well. Ugh, Leaf Energy. Fuck. What a waste. I need fire. But I've been testing those decks on the TCG Live, Pokemon TCG Live game, and they do pretty okay. I still keep coming across a bunch of like OP Dragapult decks that sometimes it's just a matter of if I can get it set up before they do. Okay, now we got something to work with here. Oh, my game is lagging. All right, here we go. Here we go. Give me some good flips here. No, I said good flips. Damn it. Oh, I'm just getting screwed with luck here. I am in danger. What up? How are the games? Hey, what up, Ryu? They're going so good so far. I don't know. I lost my first one. This one I'm playing against Onward, who's in the chat right now, and we did it where we rolled random Pokemon element types and had the game auto build us a deck off of that. So we're going in with random mishmash decks. It's kind of chaotic. So I have a fire grass deck, and Onward is playing with a colorless / dragon deck. So interesting stuff here. Auto builds tries its best. Yeah, one thing it really doesn't do well is it doesn't really give you a good selection of supporter cards, and it always gives you way too many Pokemon. So like most of your deck is just garbage Pokemon that really aren't helping you out any. All right, I'm almost ready for an attack. Oh, that's not a bad attack. Unfortunately, he's got colorless, which means he can basically attach any kind of energy to them and they're good to go. Oof, the lick-licky. What does it do? Flip a coin. If you get tails, attack this until you get tails. Okay. Oh, man, what a big hit. That is a big hit there. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's have some Iono maybe get us something better here. Well, it's something. 2 different types of Magmortars here, so that's what we got. Hey everyone, it's Pikachu. What up, Izzy?
It's Pikachu! It's Pikachu!
How you doing, dude? How you been? Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, how did you enjoy Poke Night the other night? And you won a battle deck. Which one was it? It was the something Coco, right? Just patiently waiting for the new packs. I know, right? We've got like what, 4 more hours? Or 5 more hours? And Izzy, I've got something in here for you next time you're down. Some little improvements for your battle deck. I mean, that deck itself isn't like... It's not meant to really be upgraded, so these are going to be minor upgrades at best. Pokénight was so fun, I may have Googled better Tapu Koko decks. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like it's the level 1 battle deck, so it's not really meant for like long-term viability, but it's just a fun kind of like learn the ropes kind of deck. And that's where it does its best. You're ready to crack 100 plus packs. Is that how many pack points do you have? Bro, what is this deck? Yeah, Jack. So the way that we do it is we roll dice, right? And depending on what dice we get, those are the 2 elements that you have to have the computer build an auto deck for you. So I rolled fire and grass and let it auto build a deck. And it is an absolute garbage deck, but my opponent is doing the same thing, so we're both kind of with wacky decks. Trust me, I did not build this deck on purpose. Hand scope? What the hell? That's actually funny. And Jack, it's actually very challenging too. I must say, it's definitely... Oh, you got another lick-licky in there? Crap. It's definitely a challenge, that is for sure. Also, if you're talking to me, sorry, I had no idea it's on ad. Oh, you're on ad. Okay, my bad. Didn't realize my sub lapsed. I didn't realize that either. Yeah, I think I'm cooked on this one. I think you got me here, Onward. It just took me so long to build up what was in essence just a mag mortar.
Feed that cat.
Hey, there we go.
Feed that cat.
Izzy, thank you for that sub. No, not Mo. All right. Well, just in time for the match to end. Since we get a sub, let's feed these cats. Listen up for the crunch, guys. Face the camera. That was a big crunch. Thank you so much for that sub, Izzy. How you been, man? How you doing? We need to get the Baldur's Gate gang back together again. It's been too long. And they just released the new update, and I kind of want to change my Warlock subclass to a Hexblade Warlock. I think it'll fit my style a little bit better. At least that's what I was trying to do with the Pact of the Blade Warlock. My cats are very grumpy on a diet. Oh no, I hope they didn't see that, me giving him a treat and then they got jealous. All right, next up in the battle queue, we have Not, you are up. Exclamation battle in the chat and you can be added to the battle queue. Although that feature is only available on Twitch, so you've got to be over here on twitch.tv/SpectreVision if you want to battle me. Not, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do our own decks? Okay, cool. This will be the last time I'll get to use these decks before the new set drops and I have to change them all over again. Yeah, we were just talking about it, how, you know, some of the new cards may change the meta significantly, especially like the rare candy. I'm really curious to see how the rare candy is going to work in this game. All right, Ryu, I got you in the battle queue. You will be after this battle. I haven't played this deck in a while. I totally forgot. Oh, look at that gold Palkia. Dang, that is fancy. That is fancy. What a flex, dude. You always come in with, like, the gold cars. Between rank rewards, solo missions, and shop resets should be 30 packs worth of hourglasses? Hell yeah! Are you going to do them all at once, or do you do one at a time? This may be like the conspiracy theory in me, but sometimes I feel like when I do 10 packs at a time, I get worse hits. So, like, I kind of would rather open them individually, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe the luck is better on it. And this may be just a rumor, but I've heard that if you open older packs, that your hit rate goes up higher. Like your hit chance for your percentage for a hit goes up higher the older the pack is. So the newer sets have lower hit rates, and the older sets have higher hit rates as a way to kind of like catch you back up. 10 at a time. I ain't got all day. Ain't nobody got time for that. I gotta spread it out. I gotta make it. I gotta savor it. You gotta savor those moments. Hell yeah! Hey, Kangaskhan doing some work. Here we go. Way to go, bud. I'm proud of you. Unfortunately, that Palkia can still just hit so damn hard once he gets going. 150 damage? Oof. Big oof. 10. Heading out early tonight. I had to start early. Okay. Thanks for coming in, Onward. I hope you have a great night, dude. And thank you for the battles. All right. Well, if you got the Palkia, I got to throw the Dialga, right? That's how that works. I'm getting the fastest hit of pack opening dopamine I can get. Well, I hope you stay tuned because in about 30 minutes, we're going to switch the stream over and I'm going to open some real Pokemon packs. Tonight, I've got the Shroud of Fable Kingambit box and Prismatic Evolutions poster collection. I will be opening them both here on stream tonight. Talk about some dopamine. All right, I gotta play this smart here. What I really need is my Melmetal to be... I need this to hit. I need 2 heads here. Come on, give me 2 heads. There's one. Oh, just one. Fuck. Okay. Shit. I really needed 2 there. Oh, the Irida. Damn. GG's. Yeah, I think you got me here. What I should have done was... I probably should have retreated there. I'm gonna crack some packs before you crack some packs. Yeah, I think I should have retreated there. And then put in my Melmetal. Damn. Yeah, I don't see a way out of this. Alright. I will let you get the big swing in here. You got it, bud. Kill me! Kill me now! Come on! Kill me! I'm right here! Come on! Well done, dude. I'll do 20 damage on my way down. GG's, dude. Oh wait, that wasn't it? Oh shit. Sorry, I thought that was... Oh, I forgot. Melmetal's not an EX. Damn. Okay. I thought that was the end. Whoops. My bad. Okay, well shit, now I gotta figure out what I was doing again. Damn, okay, had I realized that, now I really could have done things differently. I'd roll a d20 to pick my deck if you battle me. Well, so that's what we do. We actually roll two d10s, actually, and the 2 numbers that you get coincide with a energy type. And depending on what your energy type is, we have to have the game auto build a deck for us. Now, right now, these are pre-constructed decks, so we're not doing that just yet. Damn, I still don't have enough to take you down. Yeah, that's the problem with this game sometimes, is there's just not enough energy. Yep. Yeah, I don't have enough I can kill you with. You got me again. It's just... King, it's just a fun kind of thing that we do sometimes, just to add some spice to the game, you know, some variety to it. Because what it ends up is everybody's just running the same meta decks, right? Back to back to back, and that can get a little redundant and boring. So by mixing it up like this, it evens the playing field where we're playing with random decks. But if you do want to play, if you come over to twitch.tv/SpectreVision and type !battle in the chat, you can be added to the battle queue. All right, GG's again. This time for real. Not you beat me for real. I maybe could have come back if I would have played my energy a little bit better, but I think you definitely won that one. Ryu Noir, you are up next in the battle queue, and I'll let you call it. Do you want to do pre-constructed decks where your best deck versus mine, or do you want to do randoms? I'll let you choose. I get it. That's why we've been doing the D20 thing. Hell yeah. You have me Melmetal, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to hope he was not. Yeah, I totally forgot that Melmetal was not an EX, and so I thought that you had that win right there, right away. Had I remembered that, I wouldn't have invested so much in my Melmetal, and I would have put energy on my Dialga. Can't believe I won with just 1 gold. I know, man, that was wild. I almost got close, but I mean, I guess I'll use a deck. I won't be a meta one. Okay, let's do it. I'll use one of my normal ones. I thought you built that deck as just having 1 Pokemon in it. Zero Frost, thank you for following on TikTok. I like this deck. You're gonna one-shot your Dialga? Anyway, I know. But that would have bought me time to get my Melmetal up. And I would have been able to one-shot you with the Melmetal. Had I not invested so... Like, there was a turn right there where instead of keeping on my Melmetal, if I would have... I put it over to my Dialga, I should have just chose one or the other. If I would have gone down the Melmetal route, I would have been able to swing hard with the Melmetal, and that could have taken you out. But instead, I split it over to the Dialga, and then that's what made it so that neither of them would be up and running by the time I needed them. So yeah, I played that really bad. All right, Ryu, the password is Spectre, S-P-E-C-T-E-R, all lowercase. Let me know when you're ready to go. The Melvis monitor. Yeah, I just wish I would have built it up better. You know, and one thing that you got to notice about that deck, though, is that Kangaskhan can sometimes be kind of underrated. He's got a high enough health pool that he can stall for a couple of turns. And if you can get some good coin flips, he can actually do some work because he's only a 1 energy cost. But then again, if you end up getting bad flips, you're screwed anyway. All right, let's do it, Ryu. You played it fine. I was low-key cooked either way. I didn't have 5 energy searching Lincon. That's true. Yeah. I know. It's funny, though, is like whenever you need the flips, I feel like the universe doesn't give them to you. But when you don't need them is when you get the flips better on your side. All right, so let's see. What deck am I running? Okay, this is my bird deck. Okay. Bro, if I had any other Pokemon, it would have been worse for you. You probably surviving Khan. Oh, I need to add that as a sound on my soundboard there. Khan could actually out energy on another. Oh, that's true. Yeah. What else did you have in that deck? What other Pokemon did you have in that deck? All right, let's see. What do I have in this deck? I forget. Oh, Judagon. I have him in here. 2 gold Palkias. Oh, man. Man, you just really flexing those gold cards, huh? You only had 1 Pokeball. Oh. So let's do this. I'm going to put my best foot forward here. I want another gold Pokeball. It's just so you can use one. I only have 1. I pulled it the other day. I love whenever I can flop down the gold card, but I only have like a couple of gold cards. I have 2 gold Pikachus and then the gold Pokeball, and that's all I have. You should swing at me with your Togepi. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad I finally have 2 gold Palkias. Hell yeah, dude. That's a big flex. That is a big flex. It's my only other gold. I started playing, or replaying, not replaying, but I started playing and then I started playing it again. I took a break and then I started playing again. Pokemon Soul Silver on DS. And I just got a Togepi in the game, and it's still very early in the game, but I actually really like that Togepi. He's kind of doing some work because he's my only psychic Pokemon at the time. So yeah, I kind of like my Togepi. You know what is so ironic? I pulled both of my gold Palkias in Dialga's packs. How ironic. That is funny. Yeah, they're not in their actual packs. That is kind of funny, huh? Why do they do that? All right, let's see. Remember, guys, exclamation QOD or QOTD in the chat will give you today's question of the day. I would love to hear what you have to say to it. And again, those chat features are only available on twitch.tv/SpectreVision. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's start doing some damage here. So today's question of the day is, other than fries, what is the best fast food side and why? Street fries slap? What's the difference between regular fries and street fries? Is there a difference? Let's do some damage. Street fries have more flavor. What do they flavor them with? I'm assuming they might like do maybe like some chili powder or something. Popeye's mac and cheese. Popeye's mac and cheese is pretty dope. I do like some Popeye's mac and cheese. I get down on some Popeyes. I really like their mashed potatoes and gravy because the gravy's kind of like got a little bit of spice to it. I dig it. Toga Kiss. Oh, Bad Taste just popped in on the Discord and said, hope everyone's having a good stream. They have cheese, maybe chili, just different to regular. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that sounds pretty good. I'll eat anything, man. Man, I don't have enough to do damage here. You know what? Let's just swing anyway. Not gonna lie, is that your best match we've had? I don't know. We've had some good ones. We've had some. How do you play this on PC? I'm playing on PC using a program called LD Player 9. It is a Android emulator. So it's an app on my computer, and then basically you just sign in with your Google Play account and then download the app and play it like that. So that's what I'm using to play this on PC. I don't think I've ever had a one Pokemon bad draw win like that. Yeah, I know you've definitely had some bad luck before in the past when we've played, but let's see, I'm gonna save that. Yeah, you definitely got me on that one. Thanks, King. You're welcome, dude. And again, that's LD Player 9. Ooh, Gold Mew. Look at that. Oh, that did 120 damage? Holy shit, I didn't think it was going to do that much. Oh shit, I didn't read this fine print. Well, let that be a lesson to everybody. Always read the fine print. GG's. GG's. You got me on that one. All right, guys. Fine print, exactly, right? Never sign away your life without reading the fine print. We're going to switch things up a little bit. It's time for some real Pokemon packs. What do you say, gang? So what we have in store for tonight is we're going to do a double header. We're going to start off with the Shrouded Fable King Gambit box set. And it's got that cool King Gambit art card in there. And then we're going to follow that up with a Prismatic Evolutions poster pack. So again, I got these all at MSRP price. We do not pay scalper prices for Pokemon. We never will. This is not the way to do things. Heat Prismatic, who knows? I know that the Prismatics, they introduced the The God Pack's in there, so we'll see. Togekiss hits 170 with Cynthia. Dang, I was not mathing. My math wasn't mathing in my head, so that definitely got the hold of me. One thing that playing the TCG game in real life is it's more math than I remember it being. So like I'm gonna have to have like a little like a pocket calculator or something next to me on my next to my deck where I can just do math really quickly to see how much attacks are gonna hit for. Cynthia was useless before Rare Candy Knock. What does the Cynthia do? I don't even remember. So let me go ahead and get this camera in position and let's start cracking some packs. What do you say, gang? Excuse me. All right, let's get this camera over. Use my inhaler, man. My allergies have been really, really bad, and my asthma is kind of killing me. Gotta use my inhaler. Pardon me. It just makes it hard to breathe, you know? She gives the non-EX Garchomp and Togekiss plus 50. Oh, okay, that is handy. So for a very specific deck, it does come in handy. Hey, bro, the March I was... Oh, man, end of March, yeah. It's the weather. It's... in our neck of the woods, it's been so freaking windy. We've been getting, like, regularly, like, 40 to 60 mile an hour winds. And it just absolutely... blows dust everywhere, dust and sand, and it destroys my allergies. Like the next day or two, I'm just fucked up. Need me some FA Cynthias. All right, so this is the Shrouded Fable King Gambit box set. So the big cards in this Shrouded Fable set that I really like. Now everybody has their own different opinions. Some people are just chasing the most expensive cards and whatnot, Gavina, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that on TikTok. Yeah, the big cards in here that I'm looking to get, my chase cards are, there's a Persian in here that is really fucking cool. It's like a Persian looking out of a city window, like out of like a hotel window. It looks really, really cool. And I would like to get another Pheasantipity EX just because those cards are kind of really OP in the TCG game and they're surprisingly expensive. I think like Pheasantipity EX, even in bad conditions, are like $12 right now, which is like a little OP for it to buy a single card, you know, that you're just going to use in a battle deck. Like if I was buying a card to maybe put in a display or something, then maybe, okay, I can justify that price. But for paying $12 for a card that you're going to get heavy wear on in a battle deck is kind of rough. It's kind of rough. So maybe we'll get lucky and pull one. How the hell do you say this? Solgaleo? Solgaleo. I hear Solva. Not Solga. Solgaleo. That's what it sounds like. All right, let's see. So in here, let me know if this camera is too dark and I can adjust it. I feel like this camera is always a tad bit dark. Let's start with the promos first. And I have been actually inputting the code packs into the TCG Live online game. I've actually been playing that a lot lately just because I've been testing out my new deck builds on there. And yeah, I've redeemed some of them. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit dark. Okay, let me fix that. And hopefully I don't overdo it. Sometimes I do that. I swing it too far in one direction and then it's too bright. Just gonna open up my camera app real quick. The problem is just figuring out which one it is. Okay, so we just need to bring this up just a skosh here, huh? No, too much. How about right there? Is that okay? Or is that too much? I started watching... You're loving Bleach, huh? I have not watched that anime. I have not watched that. Is it good? I don't watch a lot of anime. I'm very like specific with my animes. The ones that I have watched are usually like horror themed, and I don't know. I kind of like those better. I don't know. It's just cool to see the art in those. 1,000-Year Blood Ward is wild. All right, so we've got the King Gambit promo. This thing is a beaut. It still looks dark, doesn't it? Let me fix that. I'll turn up the gamma and turn down the brightness. There we go. That's better, right? That looks pretty good. It's a bug. It's a buggy boy. Oh, we don't have bad taste here to give me a price check on these. But yeah, that's pretty cool, though. I like this one. Very nice. And then we've got the Cosmo Hollow Poniard and Bisharps that come with it. So we have the whole evolutionary line. So the Poniard, Bisharp, and then the King Gambit. Very, very cool. Turn up the King Gamma. Exactly. It's not all happy. Rose is not gonna lie. Sol is sun and Leo is lion, right? So it's Latin roots mostly, or Solgaleo. Okay. $1.30. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Retirement, here we come. Also, that's one thing too. You know, collect however you want to collect, but I will warn against the risk of trying to collect Pokemon as a means of financial gain or like some kind of investment, because it's really just a bottomless sinkhole if you think of it like that. You're better off just buying the cards as singles than you are trying to chase them in a pack. All right. Is opening Pokemon, not gonna lie, is opening Pokemon packs, but knowing that new ones are hard to get and buying them in Gen is expensive, but don't think I'll be getting into anything. So yeah, that is certainly a risk. Pokemon cards can be very difficult to find, depending on where you are. If you're trying to find them out in the wild, it's damn near impossible. But I have had a ton of success buying online. And I follow a couple of Twitter profiles. I think one of them is called Pokemon TCG Restocks. You'll know it because it's got a picture of Pikachu and then like a white background. If you find that one, you are on the right one. Follow that one on Twitter or X or whatever, and make sure that you have your notifications turned on. And what they'll do is anytime a retail company, major retail company posts a restock of supply, they will post a notification, and you just click the link, and hopefully you get in fast enough before all the bots take them. And that's been the only way I've been able to secure Pokemon TCG cards at retail price. So everything I've gotten from Pokemon, I've got at normal price without paying markups. And that goes for the Pokemon Center website too. They do post notifications for that. So they'll post the queue is up, get in on the queue, and then they'll post the links later of what is actually dropping. And yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Solgaleo is Lily's Pokemon, if I remember, and the partner to it, that she is kind of a Lunala, which is a new Moonbat. So the Sunlion and Moonbat are meant to be like a pair. Oh, okay. I know creators have more help in getting packs, but man, as a non-content creator, it must suck. So yeah, I definitely don't have a hookup when it comes to Pokemon cards. I get it through sheer will. But I'm telling you, if you know how to look and where to look, you can find some cards. It'll be incredibly discouraging, and in fact, you'll probably strike out way more than you'll ever get hits. But when you do get a hit, it's kind of sweet. So for instance, today, Pokemon Center dropped some Prismatic Evolution 3-pack blisters for $14. I got 2 of them. So you can find those kind of deals, right? And the only way I knew about it was that Twitter profile posted, the queue is up. We don't know what's dropping, but just get in the queue. So you click on the Pokemon Center queue, you get into the queue, and you're probably in the queue for probably about 30 minutes or whatever. Once you get through the queue, then I tab back to Twitter, click the link that they then posted, which gets me directly to the product, and then you can add to cart. But the Pokemon Center website can be hella buggy. So I've learned that do not refresh the page. If you ever refresh the page, while you're in the queue, it's going to put you back to the back of the queue. If you are in the store and you refresh the page, it's going to IP block you thinking that you're a bot. If you get into the product page and it shows that there is quantity and you try to add it to your cart and it doesn't add to your cart, do not refresh the page. Do not click add to cart again. What you should do is click on your cart. So you go to your cart and then hit back to go back to the page and try it again, because they have added these bot detections that don't do shit because bots still get through, but they detect multiple clicks on things. And if you try to keep clicking add to cart, it's going to time you out and you'll have to wait. I know. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. But if that's what you have to go through to get Pokemon cards, to get Prismatic Evolution, 3 Prismatic Evolution packs for $14, it's kind of worth it. Like I will risk that, right? What I'm not going to do is stand in line for hours and get in a fight at a Pokemon vending machine with a scalper, or pay, 6 times markup for it, because that's fucking crazy. And honestly, that's all we can do. That's all we can do right now. But if we all band together and refuse to pay scalper prices, the prices will come down. That is a fact. The scalpers cannot hold out forever. Together we are strong. We can resist. And that's okay too. If you're looking for cards in person, I have had luck checking at lesser known stores. So places like Walgreens or Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, places like that. You'll have to ask them about it, because usually they keep them like behind the counters or something like that. But I've actually found some cards that way. And like, I think Walgreens now, last time I went in there, they had ETBs. They had, what's the one? Temporal Forces ETBs. Now I already have that one, so like I didn't buy it, but they had some in stock. So like, yeah, you get lucky sometimes. Bro, the Pokemon fights is crazy IRL. I actually can't. People trying to do Final Flash for a damn pack. And that's the crazy thing, is like, if that's what people are doing, and that's the level that we have to sync to for cards, we've lost. We need to rethink our hobbies, because then you're never going to win. There are always going to be scalpers. There's always going to be people who are gaming the system. And even now, buying online, people have bots that auto-buy things for them. So I'm up against bots trying to buy online. But the idea is, if you can get there right when they drop the stuff online, because you got the Twitter notification, you jump right into it and you try to check out, 10 times you try doing that, you're not going to get anything. It's going to say, failed to add to cart, or, out of stock. But the one time you do, it makes it worth it. And that's how I've been able to get product. They limit your packs, exactly. And that's something that can help too, is doing the pack limits. I found some cards, funny enough, at GameStop. They had some at GameStop. Now GameStop has started to do a little bit of price creep, I've been noticing. They're going slightly above MSRP price on stuff, and even for older packs, they're kind of charging a little bit more than they should. But I go in if I know. So usually GameStop is dropping Pokemon stuff every Friday. So if you go in on Friday, you can stand in line with everybody else, but Sometimes if you go an hour after they open, they might still have stuff left, or stuff that people aren't trying to get. Houndor Reverse Holo. This is actually the first Houndor I've ever gotten. That's a Reverse Holo. Dartrix Reverse Holo. Very nice. I do love the holo patterns on these cards. These are super cool. And we got the Zoroark. The Ends Zoroark from the Journey Togethers is actually kind of OP in the TCG the TCG game. Imagine if gold cards became viable. They do have gold cards in the TCG. They're not the same ones, but they do make some gold ones. Like I have a gold energy card. I have a gold electric energy card. That one's pretty cool. People would be bricked up. Hell yeah. And I will say this: if you are looking to get into the TCG game, that's actually the cheapest way to get into Pokemon cards in real life, because the battle decks and stuff, scalpers don't go after those because there's no way to capitalize off of gambling mechanic. The battle decks, it lists exactly what cards are in those battle decks, right? And typically they're not super expensive, so those will be the things you actually find on the shelf. I know the TCG game is held in places, but yeah, and that's one thing. It's a lot of fun, and that's why I started organizing, little Poke Nights at my house. So friends will come over, and we all kind of we'll trade cards and build our decks up, and then we'll battle and have some beers. It's a lot of fun, and it's something that I didn't think I was going to get into again. I mean, I used to play as a kid, but getting back into it as an adult has been so much fun, and it's been a fun regular thing. So every 2 weeks, people are coming over to my house, and we're playing some Pokemon all night, and it's a blast. People, we're bringing over food, and there's usually a good crowd of us. There's 7 or 8 of us usually, and listening to music, drinking some beers, playing some cards. It's fucking awesome, and it's kind of a wholesome activity, right? We're not doing anything crazy. We're not, it's a lot of fun. When I collect cards, I usually do it for Dinosaur King, Animal Kaiser. Yeah, Animal Kaiser. That game was wild, dude. You just love arcade collecting games, man. So I love gaming history, and so I go down these rabbit holes sometimes where I will just research really old arcade cabinets that had crazy gimmicks to them, and just I love learning the history of these old arcade games. We just want to go back, try to be better. Galvatina. Sorry, Galvantula. Sorry, Galvatina. I don't know why I was thinking that. Power Glass. I gotta get through these faster because I still have another pack to open. Dusclops Reverse Holo. Ooh, nice. I'm getting some cool Reverse Holos. This Dusclops can be really useful in the Charizard EX decks because he has a really great ability here. Once during your turn, you may put 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you use this ability, this Pokemon is knocked out. So you can do that to knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon for free. Now, it knocks you out too, but the reason it pairs well with the Charizard EX is because the Charizard EX's attack does more damage for how many points your opponent has taken. So you force them into taking points so that you can ramp up the power of your Charizard. It's pretty fucked up. Toxicroak. I love getting a card at the end and being like, let's go, huge pool, let me use these. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And the Cresselia. All right, I have a beef with Cresselia. I fucking hate the design of the Cresselia, because what is this? What am I looking at? It's like a banana duck. What is this thing? And then these weird hoops on it. I fucking hate it. And it's one, however much that would be for a game. So you could spend 100 and get 100 cards back. Hell yeah. Cresselia. I know, right? What is this design of this Cresselia? I don't know. She's a moon for dreaming. Sentient banana. Yeah, it's a moon, but it's got a banana on it. How the fuck did she get an EX before my boy Mightyena? Right? Where's the Mightyena EX? Where's the Raichu EX? That's what I want. I want that fucking Raichu EX. Bunch of crescents. You got a banana on you. It's like the oh man, this is gonna make me sound very old, but do you guys remember that McDonald's mascot, Mac Tonight? It was, what a weird marketing ploy, but it was a guy in a tuxedo playing a piano that was kind of like a parody of Ray Charles, but for a head he had a giant moon, crescent moon. And it was to advertise like the McDonald's being open late or something. I forgot what it was. But yeah, it just had a big old moon head, and that's kind of what this is. It's Mac Tonight, but with a banana. Are you getting a Alolan Raichu before a regular bro? What the fuck? I know, right? Although the Alolan Raichu looks pretty cool, though. Someone made a horror game out of that fellow? The Alolan Raichu? Or the Mac Tonight? Yeah, Mac Tonight was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. There's something that I find incredibly disturbing. And if you're going to do like a mascot, right? I want that mascot to be not human shaped. So something like the Grimace, right? So the Grimace is a big old blob of whatever. It doesn't look human enough to be real, so you know it's like a cartoon character. But when Mac Tonight, for instance, is a human body, but just with a big head, and that's too human for me. It's incredibly, I find it incredibly disturbing that it just like, it just icks me out. I hate it. I hate it. But does, oh look, we got the reverse hollow water energy. Hell yeah. I call that a hit, baby. I don't have any water decks to put this in. Shit, I need to build a water deck. That's cool. Does Raichu have a shine? I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. Like before the Shining Rev, I don't think so. Reminds me of the old Jay Leno caricatures. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a shine. Oh, let me see what you posted here in the Discord. Ooh. Oh my God, you got the Miriam that Scraggle was trying to get. Did you just pull that? Hell yeah. Oh man, that's a good one. That's that good Miriam. Yeah, Scraggle has been looking for that for a minute. And don't you need that for a deck, Scraggle? Oh my God, you posted Mac Tonight. Ugh. Look at that. Isn't that creepy? Tell me that's not like one of the creepiest things you've ever seen. And it's because it's like too lifelike. It's moving like a human, but the head is not real. Ah, I hate it. I fucking hate it. That's gonna haunt my dreams tonight. Thank you for posting that. I hate everything about that. Me just being a pocket opener. Yeah, and you know, not like that's totally cool too, dude. Like, I know some people like just enjoy doing the pocket one. It's fun. Whatever suits you. We got a feeder bot. Okay, go feed those dogs. For your Ionos deck, you need that. Hell yeah. BRB. I don't know if there's a Shining Growlithe. You know, honestly, I think I've only got like 2 shiny cards in the whole shiny deck, and I think they were a set, and they were both Riolus. I got 2 shiny Riolus, and that was it. Nothing else. Cassiopeia. I don't know. I honestly don't know how many there are. Getting a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon tonight. This is kind of cool. Academy at night. Once during each player's turn, the player may put a card from their hand on top of their deck. Interesting. There's probably a very specific use case for that. 06 Machinations. Reverse Hollow. Your opponent discards cards from their hand until they have 3 in their hand. Ooh, that could be handy, especially if they're like building up a bunch of stuff. I'm so curious as to if Gen 10 shinies are a thing. Oof, I don't know. Hey, Kyurem, Reverse Hollow. I think they said in the new Pokemon game that they've announced that they're not going to be adding any new Pokemon, right? That's like a thing. think there's 10 gens. I think you're right. I think there's technically like 1,100 something Pokemon. And another Zoroark. Here we go. We got 2 of the Zoroarks. 2 of these packs had the exact same Zoroark in them. The Legends game, yeah, Arceus, not Arceus, Legends ZA. And then I have an unconfirmed source, but I have heard that in the Pokemon TCG, the next set that's going to drop is next month is the Team Rocket one, right? The Destined Rivals. Very excited about that. I got my ATB on pre-order. It's going to be great. The one after that, they are going to do Black and White. They're going to come back to Pokemon Black and White. And it's going to be a Black and White themed set. So that might be kind of cool to see. You think Gen 11 would be a thing? I mean, it's inevitably, right? They've been doing Pokemon for 20 some odd years, so of course they're going to do it. But I'm curious as how they're going to implement it. I think, and I saw a YouTuber talking about this, and it seemed like a cool idea, that maybe it's time to reboot Pokemon. In that they can unify the designs, unify the worlds, start from scratch, and kind of build a system that unifies the games. And I think that could be interesting to see, because anytime they do anything with the original Gen 1 Pokemon, right? They go back to Gen 1, there's always a huge popularity boost because there's so much nostalgia with the original Gen 1 Pokemon. That's why when oh, hell yeah, we got another reverse holo energy. That's why whenever the 151 packs dropped, they were so popular because they capitalized on that nostalgia. But yeah, I think a good reboot might help unify things. Yeah, I know, right? So it's technically a reverse holo, but super cool. There's the regular Dusclops. I got the reverse holo one earlier. Weevil. Reverse holo is reminding me of Bleach. Oh yeah, really? Why is that? Another Cassiopeia. Go watch some. Hell yeah. Another Kyurem. I'm getting a lot of duplicates, but just in regular and reverse holo form. Varoom reverse holo. The word holo. Oh, okay, that's what makes it reminds you. Here's the reverse Weevil. We got the regular Weevil and then the reverse Weevil. And the last card of this set was the Dusk Noir. So the Dusk Noir is kind of an upgrade of the Dusclops. So once during your turn, you may put 13 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you use this ability, this Pokemon is knocked out. So you can do 130 damage for free, but you also take a kill. Can be very useful, very situational. Enjoy your packs. Hope you pull something big. Well, thanks a bunch. So thank you for lurking. Lurking from behind the bushes. All right, you guys ready for some prismatic evolutions? Let's do this. You know, what's really funny is if you would have asked me, that card is super good, it's in a ton of meta decks. Oh yeah. Well, I was just talking about how like it's used a lot in Charizard EX, and I had put them in there, but I didn't really understand how to use that recommendation for that Charizard X, post rotation, change. So I took them back out of it. But I feel like if I learn better, and I'm getting better at the TCG game, so maybe I just need to practice it more. But maybe I'll put them back in there. But yeah, that's where it comes in handy, is because that Charizard EX gets stronger with the more prizes that your opponent has taken. So you can just force them to take prizes with it. Yeah, it's worth seeing how it's played. Yeah, I'll have to revisit that. But the Gardevoir, the new Gardevoir change updated deck that I built, I didn't build it, I copied it off of someone else, but I can play that one pretty well. And if you want to try it out this weekend, just let me know. I'll let you use it. All right, prismatic time. I'm really, really excited about my Gardevoir EX Mewtwo V star deck. That one's really, really cool. Because the Mewtwo V star lets you discard energies from all of your Pokemon to do up to, I think, 270 damage. And then you can use the Gardevoir to pull those energies back out of your discard pile. So it's a really good kind of like energy loop that you build here. The Vaporeon is pretty cute. That's what they say. It is the sexiest of all the evolutions. But not that way, not that way. Oh, too late, I already said it. But yeah, what's really funny is if you would have asked me 2 months ago if I would ever get prismatic evolutions, I would have told you, nah, you know what, it's not worth it. It's too hard to get. Everybody's trying to scalp it. It's impossible to get. I'm never going to get prismatic evolutions, right? But like, I got these on Pokemon Center, and then you got an ETB, didn't you? So like, okay, well, if they're available, I might as well. But I do think that prismatic is not as great of a set as people are kind of holding it to be. It's mostly reprints with some reverse holo variations. And then all the evolutions. Other than that, it's pretty boilerplate set. So we got a poster. Oh my gosh, this thing is massive. Oh, this is like a full-on poster. Okay, I'm not going to open this up, but man, I got to do something with that. Did you? No, I did get one. I did get ETV. It's tough pulls too. So for how much and how rare it is, it can be pretty disappointing to actually open seemingly. That is true. A lot of people are saying that the hit rates are kind of garbage in the prismatic ones. Now, again, it all depends on who's saying that, because a lot of times what people call a hit is just getting that Sunbreon, right? If you don't get that Umbreon, then it's worthless. The pull rates are awful. But that's kind of why, when they have those lower pull rates, that's kind of what's driving up the price of stuff, right? Is that scarcity? But I don't know. If I were to ever pull, like, say, that card, I probably would sell it, just because I don't have any... How does this fit in here? I don't have any want for it. Like, it's not something that I'm trying to, like, chase. If I can make couple of bucks off of it, might as well. All right, so we've got the Jolteon Cosmo Holo. Hell yeah. We've got the Vaporeon Cosmos Holo and the Flareon. These are all going to go straight into my 151 Gen 1 binder. Hell yeah, these are great. Yeah, mostly any of the evolutions are most popular, but watching people opening, I've seen the rates be pretty rough. And I think that's true. Like the last time I did some prismatics on stream, like I don't even think I got a single hit. So I consider a hit to be an EX card or above. So like an EX, an Illustrated Rare, or of course the special Illustrated Rares. But yeah, nothing. Just like the basic holos. All right, here we go. Prismatic evolutions. Oh, these feel heavy. These feel heavy. Is that a good sign? This is like I would know. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. The first prismatic evolution of the night. We get lucky here. All right, we got energy. Starting off with the energy. Very nice. Bunneray. Professor's Research. What I do like, though, is some of the cards that are in the prismatic evolution sets, they have that Pokeball reverse holo pattern, which is pretty cool. I've actually purchased some of those for my battle decks because I like the way they look. They're different than regular reverse holos because they have that Pokeball inscribed, but also they have more foil on the outside of the card too. Like, it's a different kind of pattern, and I really like the way that looks. Briar, I have a lot more of trouble with Surging Sparks for some reason. I never seem to open an EX regular out of a booster box in battle. Dude, yeah, I've heard that the pull rates for Surging Sparks are not good either. That's just one of those things, man, is they're just bad. I've actually had a lot of good luck on Journey Together, and everybody shits on that set. They're like, oh, Journey Together is trash, it's killing the hobby, blah, 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 blah. I also think it's only scalpers that are saying that, because every time I've opened a Journey Together pack, I feel like I've got something good, or something cool at least. Speaking of Pokeballs, here's one right here. Festival Grounds Reverse Hollow Pokeball. So look at that. Look at how that looks. So for comparison, let me see if I have another. Here's a regular Reverse Hollow, right? And here is the Prismatic Pokeball Reverse Hollow. So it's like extra shiny. Super cool. Festival Grounds. And not only it's not even technically a reverse hollow, because it's still hollow up in here too. So the whole thing is hollow, whereas in the reverse hollow, the art is never holographic. So yeah, it's just the all hollow one, and it's textured as well, so you can feel the ridges on it. I don't know if you can see that really well on camera, but let me see if I can get close enough. It kind of looks like a fingerprint. You see those little ridges? I think one thing about Prismatic is that they changed the slots, and where the art card slot is being replaced by the Pokeball, so the pull rates for arts are low overall. And maybe that's what that is, yeah. So yeah, there are some cool ones in there, but it's also a really big set too. So like people trying to master it, it's such a freaking hard task. Hey, we got the Flareon Reverse Hollow. Is it the same one? No, it's a different one. Okay, cool. Flareon Reverse Hollow. Fuck yeah. I actually have the regular version of this in my Gen 1 binder, so I'm going to replace it with the Reverse Hollow one. And a Vaporeon. Here we go. A regular Vaporeon Hollow. So I've got the Vaporeon Hollow and then the promo Cosmo Hollow. Hell yeah. I actually needed those for my Gen 1 binders. The evolutions had been where I was kind of like having some gaps. Nice start. Hell yeah. For that first pack, I feel like that is a really good pull. Oh, I forgot to put sleeves on these ones. Let me sleeve these bad boys up. And you know what? I stopped getting penny sleeves, and I just get the inner sleeves now. I just like the way that they fit better. And they, like, you know, in my bulk, I will also sleeve my hollows and put them in my bulk, and they just fit better with the tight fit sleeves than with the penny sleeves that are all loose. It's easier to thumb through them. Jolteon. And then the Flareon. Hell yeah. So we got 2 Flareons, 2 Vaporeons, and a Jolteon. Hell yeah. Yeah, no motion, and you can double sleeve easier. I've always used them instead of pennies, even back in Magic and Final Fantasy. All right, here we go. Oh, and these cool little like art sleeves that I got. So this one has like a cracked foil pattern, and then these ones are like the sparkle pattern. Those ones are also inner sleeves as well, and so that I use them in my battle decks. Adjust my camera there. All right. Pack number 2, Prismatic Evolutions. Even if what all we got were just that first pack, I feel happy with that Pokeball. Those Pokeballs are super cool. Those Pokeball hollows. I mean, I guess those are considered hits, right? And some of them are actually worth quite a bit of coin. Depending on what the card is, of course. All right, we got the Metal Energy. Miltank. Miltank is so silly looking. I think that's Deep Pocket Monster's favorite, right? Is Miltank. Professor's Research. You can never have enough Professor's Researches. They are handy in almost every battle deck. Aromatisse. How do you pronounce this? Aromatisse. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows how to pronounce Pokemon? I sure don't. Noibat. Professor Sero's Scenario, also a very good card. This works very similar to the TCG Pocket, the mythical slab that allows you to pick back up your... No, wait, no, that's not the mythical slab. The Budding Expeditioner that allows you to pick your Mew EX off the table and back into your hand. This essentially does the same thing, but it's not limited to just a Mew. Shaman. Ogre's Mask. Ooh, I haven't seen this card before. Choose a Pokemon EX in your discard pile that has Ogerpon in its name and switch it with one of your Pokemon EX in play that has Ogerpon in its name. Any cards, any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. So you just swap them out? Okay, interesting. I don't know how handy that is. Ooh, Dracloak, Reverse Hollow. Been seeing a lot of these boys in the frickin' Dragapult meta that everybody's running now. In fact, they just released the Dragapult EX League Battle decks last Friday, and I didn't get one, but they do seem pretty cool. Applin, Reverse Hollow. Oh, guys, we have a hit under here. It looks like an EX card. You ready for this? Terapagos EX. I've actually seen a lot of people running their Terapagos EX in their battle decks. I think this is actually a pretty viable card in the TCG. Unified Beatdown. If you go second, you can't use this attack during your first turn. This attack does 30 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. Oh, that's handy. You can't use it during your first turn. Okay. Crown Opal. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic non-colorless Pokemon. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic non-colorless... Oh, that's handy. So basically, he makes it so that you can't do any damage to him unless they are a basic Pokemon or a colorless Pokemon. You use it with a Stadium in your Mewtwo deck. Oh, okay. Well, let me look into that. That seems pretty good. Yeah, my Mewtwo deck, I added the Lily's Clefairy to that, and that paired with the Area Zero Under Zone or whatever, you can do some massive damage with that Clefairy, that Lily's Clefairy. You get more bench Pokemon that way, hell yeah. Until somebody throws another Stadium and then you have to discard them out. But even without that, even with just a full bench, that Clefairy is nothing to scoff at. And the way that I run that Clefairy is I like to put a Bravery Charm on him and then use the Legacy Energy on it, so that... Because that Clefairy has very weak health, right? It doesn't have a lot of health points. So whenever it gets knocked out, if you have that Legacy Energy on it, your opponent only takes one prize card instead of two for an EX. All right, this is the last of the Prismatics tonight. Let's see what we got. Last pack magic, what do you think? Think we get lucky? Ooh, we got a Reverse Hollow Energy. So sweet, we got a Reverse Hollow Water, a Reverse Hollow Metal, and a Reverse Hollow Fighting Energy. I dig it. Yeah, for a basic, it's great. The Lily's Pearl tool is amazing with it too, because it makes it take one less prize. Yeah, so if I put the Pearl on there and a Legacy Energy, does that mean that they don't take a prize at all? Is that how that would work? Oh, and I got in the mail my Lily's tournament collection, the little milk, what is it called? The milk case or whatever, milk box. everybody calls them. And it comes with the Lily's Clefairy EX, the full art card, and then like a couple Lily's Pearls. I haven't opened it yet. I'm savoring it. Bug catching set. Larry's skill. We should give that one to Ghost because she loves Larry. Heatran. Ooh, that's a cool art. I haven't seen that one before. Crispin. A lot of people run the Crispin. I've been seeing that a lot in deck. Yeah, so if you have both your OPs take 0 prizes. Okay, I definitely should put one of those in there. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon cards of different types, reveal them, and put one of them in your hand. Attach the other to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Oh yeah, handy. Very handy. Especially if you're running a Dragon-type deck. Binding Mochi, Reverse Hollow. Goldeen, Reverse Hollow. Nice, this will go in my Gen 1 binder. Alright, the last card of this Prismatic Evolution box. What do you think, guys? Oh, there is an EX card in here. I have seen that there is an EX card in here. Oh boy, here we go, here we go. The last card of the Prismatic Evolutions poster box is Noivern EX. Evolves from Noibat. Hell yeah. Ooh, look at that. I love the way that the colorless EX cards look because they just feel like they're extra shiny. Strafe. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. 50 damage. Sonic Blast. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself, but also does 220 damage. Hell yeah, that's pretty high damage. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to put this in a top loader. I forgot to do that with my other EX. Let me do that now. So in my top loaders, I like to use the black sleeves. I don't know why, I just think they look cooler like that. And then I put the inner sleeve upside down in there so that I can tap them in, and they're pretty airtight. I guess as airtight as you can get. Let me do that with the Terapagos too. All right, not bad. So through that, we actually got some cool cards in that Prismatic set. I know a lot of people are, you know, chasing those big cards of the Prismatics, but I mean, I think I got some cool ones tonight. Definitely like that Pokeball one, the Festival Grounds. Those are cool cards. All right, Terapagos EX and the Noivern EX are the two big hits. I guess if this one, the King Gambit... Oh, I should put this one in the top loader too. The King Gambit is definitely a hit. Put these sleeves on these ones. But got some stuff from my 151 binder, or I keep calling it 151. My Gen 1 binder, which I guess technically is 151. But when you say 151 binder, people assume that you're doing like a master set of the 151 set. And that's not what I'm doing. Got that cool energy. Let me put this one in the top loader here. This is a cool promo, man. Look at that King Gambit. It's so cool. I'm not a big fan of King Gambit as a Pokemon, but I think it's got a pretty cool design. I got one of the arts, or I think it was a SIR of King Gambit, where it's just like a whole bunch of them. That one looks really cool, and they're like silhouetted. Okay, before we end the night, I'm gonna do one more pack. I'm going to pull a pack from the Journey Together. So yeah, this has been... I've been slowly getting through these. A new friend from the conference got me back in. Oh, I didn't read what you said before. Like, in a weird turn, I also started playing Pokemon Go again. Hell yeah, dude. I'm worried about Pokemon Go. And let me tell you why. So the developers, Niantic, they have sold the game to a company called Scopely. Scopely is a notorious company for basically ruining mobile games with microtransactions and all that kind of crap. So I used to play a game religiously every day called Marvel Strike Force. It was basically a team-based strategy battle game, right? Where you build your roster, you do battles, you do tasks, and then you have like guilds that you form, or in this case they call them alliances, and you have to work together to do raids and complete daily tasks and monthly tasks and blah 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 blah, right? It sold to Scopely, and once Scopely took it over, the game pretty much changed instantly to becoming a kind of pay-to-win model. And anytime they would do a new update, it would kind of break the game. So they would basically put out a bunch of shit. People wouldn't get the rewards that they were supposed to get. People would get angry, and then so they'd always have to like roll things back and then issue out like not refunds, but just like compensation. Like, here's some free energies and blah 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 blah, whatever's, so that to make good on it. But I don't know. The game became more and more and more about finding ways to force you into screen time, and so it just became, it wasn't fun anymore. It was just a grind, and that's when I really stopped playing. But they have said that they're going to not do that with Pokemon Go, so maybe there is hope. I don't know. But did you enjoy Pokemon Go though? I haven't played Pokemon Go in forever. I remember at the height of Pokemon Go, like when it first came out, man, it was crazy. It was a phenomenon. It was a global phenomenon. And I had a friend who worked in the equipment room with me. His house that he was renting, he said from his bedroom, he lived like right across the street from a church. He said from his bedroom, he could hit a Pokestop at that church. And when he was moving out of that house or out of that room, he was able to advertise that room as, you can hit a Pokestop from this room. And so he was not short in finding somebody to take over his lease because of that. It was a very attractive selling point. They're doing an event for my favorite little apple dragon right now. Oh, are you talking about the Applin? Alolan Geodude. Okay, this is gonna sound very silly, but doesn't Alolan Geodude kind of look like Eugene Levy? The actor Eugene Levy, because he's got those big bushy eyebrows. I got a reverse hollow Applin. Look at that, in the prismatic evolution. One of the cool ones I got in the prismatic was this Pokeball Festival Grounds. It's a textured hollow foil, so cool. Festival Grounds. Do you need that card for anything? Do you run that in the deck? I feel like you did. Oh no, you had the mountain one. Geodude, Eugene Levy. Lotad. Escavalier. This is cool because I haven't seen a lot of these arts before. I'm still new to the Journey Together ones, so these are cool. Brock Scouting, I got the full art. I mean, the SIR. I don't know if it's SIR. I don't know. I get the terms mixed up. But the Brock Scouting. Volcarona. This one was really cool. And you were the one who told me that it's like falling back into Earth, coming through the atmosphere and like burning it, using its wing petals as a heat shield. No real use so far, but I know like the Goldeen and Seeking have special abilities based on it. Oh, cool. All right. Ooh, we got a reverse hollow Postwick. Attacks used by Hops's Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, do 30 more damage to the opponent's active Pokemon. So the Hops's Zacian I've been facing that in the TCG live game, and it's just it's kind of cracked, dude. It's kind of cracked. I the only time I win on it is if I get just lucky draws. Otherwise, I feel like I'm in an uphill battle the whole time. And I always underestimate how much damage that Zacian is going to hit me for. Oh, man. He swings hard. Remoraid. I hate the name of this Pokemon. It reminds me of hemorrhoids. I've got hemorrhoids. And the last card of the night, gang, is not a hit. It is a Metagross. Metagross. All right. Well, all in all, we got some cool stuff tonight, and I'll do a recap here in a second. Yeah, those Hops as items, man. And that may be a pretty viable deck, because I've been seeing it a lot on that TCG live game. When people run the meta decks, I'm kind of 50-50 for them. Like, I don't always win with them, but every now and then I will win. But when I lose like bad. I get absolutely shredded. All right, let's do a recap here of the big foils and reverse foils of the night. I went up against somebody yesterday on the TCG Live, and they were running what was it? It's the ancient ones. Fuck, what were they called? I had never seen that deck run before, and it whooped my ass. They had like two of the different ancient Pokemon. Oh, man, I can't for the life of me remember what they were. Poison Mushroom. Yes, that's one of them. Oh man, I forget the names. I've been playing one that I built, and it's pretty darn good. Don't know if it's meta, but it's darn good. So the 3 reverse hollow energies that I got, those are cool. Brute Moon, that's the one. Brute Bonnet, Roaring Moon. There you go. Fruit Brute. So when we were hanging out with Zach and Izzy the other day, we were doing like a little trivia game while we were having drinks, where you have to like ask a trivia question that you think you know that nobody else knows. And the one I said was, I drink and I know all of the post cereal, as a post or General Mills, I forget, the cereal monsters. I could name them all. Except for the new one. I forget that they added a new one. The DJ girl. I forget her name. Yeah, it's a strong deck. Was meta end of last year. I think it was World Champ deck. Yeah, that one, it shredded me pretty bad. Especially because I didn't know what it was, and so it whooped my ass. Jolteon. Flareon. Jolteon, Vaporeon. So I pulled the Vaporeon, but this was the promo Vaporeon. These ones are going to go to my Gen 1 binder for sure. Flareon Reverse Hollow that I pulled. Then here's the Flareon promo. I think Jolteon are the ones that I have the fewest of. Kyurem Reverse Hollow. Zoroark, 2 of them. I got 2 of the same Zoroarks. Toxicroak. Cresselia. Postwick. Yeah, the Brute Bonnet able to do that poison and use Ancient Vessel to avoid being poisoned itself or the moon on active is pretty potent. Dusknoir. Oh, and speaking of TCG Live, I was testing Ghost. I was testing your Charka deck, and I've probably done about 20 battles with it. And what I can say is, while it's kind of a fun deck to run, it certainly has some flaws. I think it has too many Pokemon. It can probably scale down some of the Skeledirges, because I always end up with so many Pokemon. Like my hand is just so huge, and most of them are just Pokemon that I can't put on my bench, so they're not doing me any favors. But it has 4 of the regular Armoroges. I would swap one of those out with another Armoroge EX, If you wanted to, you could probably trim down the Skeledirge line, get rid of the middle one and just put rare candies. And then if you wanted to, you could probably get rid of the Entei. Although if you've got enough energy on play, then the Entei can be pretty useful. But you're lacking in cards like Iono. You don't have an Iono, and I think that could be really useful, especially if you start bloating your hand like I did, where at one point I had like 30 cards in my hand. I was in desperate need to cycle them back into my deck so I wouldn't deck out. But an Iono would be good there, and maybe like an Arven. The Nemonas are actually pretty useful with the Nemona's backpack. Is it more useful than... No, it's pretty useful. It's pretty useful. I definitely got use out of that. The Pokeball Festival Grounds, really, really cool. But it's a fun deck. I think as is right now, it's probably like, I would call it like a level 1.5. Better than the normal level 1 deck. Not as good as the level 2 deck because it's lacking some EXs. But if you get good cards, you probably could take on a level 2 deck pretty well. If you get good draws. I don't think it would compete with like a level 3 kind of deck. But it's fun. It definitely is fun. And I have some of those cards too if you want to swap any of those out. Or, you know, I would suggest you running it a few times just to kind of feel it out. You're going to feel like you have no energy until you can get your regular Armoroges up. Because the Armoroges allow you to move energy from one Pokemon to your active, and that's where it becomes really crucial. The other thing is, if you move a lot of energy to your active Pokemon and that active Pokemon gets knocked out, there is nothing in the deck that lets you pull energy back out unless you use the Skeledirge attack that allows you to take 2 from your discard pile and put them on your bench. But at that point, you've got to hope that you've got a Skeledirge all the way up and running, and that it's kind of tricky. So that's where like the rare candies may be helpful for things like that, is kind of accelerating that. All right. So those are the hollows and reverse hollows, and the big hits of the night are the Noivern EX, the Terapagos EX, and the King Gambit. I actually really like this King Gambit card. I'm not a big King Gambit fan, but that is a cool card, if I do say so myself. All right, gang. Well, we have had a heck of a night. We definitely pulled some extra packs tonight just because I ended up missing stream on Thursday. So that was kind of making up for it. So we did the Prismatic Evolution poster collection box and the Shrouded Fable King Gambit EX. It's not even an EX, it's just the King Gambit box. That was super fun. I hope you guys had fun too. One thing to clarify on those level ratings on the decks, Londo, is that they don't necessarily mean how powerful the deck is. They're mostly indicating how complicated the... Yes. Well, and yes, I agree with that. Yeah. Some level 1 products are actually really potent, even if simple to run, and some complicated decks are just crap and more complicated mechanics to gain more experience. That's just how they market the product. Yes, I agree with that. What I mean to say is that, okay, so for Poke Night, right, we want to try to choose kind of evenly matched decks, right? So if you're choosing a level 1 deck, which is like that $8 starter deck, right, and then I'm coming at you with a League battle deck, it's not going to be fun for anybody, right? So I just use the level rating as a way to kind of gauge comparability. So like, and the way that they kind of do it too is they just basically add more EXs and then more like complicated functions, right? So the level 1 decks only have like 1 EX, and that's where this Armoroge deck only has that 1 Armoroge EX, and that's why I think it would probably benefit from having another one, because that Armoroge, if you get it rolling, can do some heavy damage, but you just need energy. You need energy going, and that's something that is kind of lacking right now. But yeah, it's just to clarify how the company Yeah. No, I get you. Some level 1s actually have more and are actually good. The what is it, the Melmetal EX, that level 1 battle deck? Natalie actually had a lot of good luck with that deck. I actually added some extra Melmetals to it, and the different Melmetals too. But yeah, that is a good example. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna start signing off here, gang. I think let's send a raid over. Let me see who we got online here that we can send a raid to, and we'll send the party over to them. But yeah, I'm excited for Poke Night this weekend. I have some surprises in store. There may be some cool stuff for a raffle. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Let's see. Oh, Buzzer. No, we raided him last time. We'll raid somebody else. Let's raid somebody else. Let's go raid. Oh, let's go raid Rexy. Rexy's on. All right, gang. I had a lot of fun. I hope that you guys stick around for the raid. You don't have to stay too long, but it's always cool to show some love to another streamer. Rexy is playing some Phasmophobia, so let's go say hi to Rexy. In the meantime, y'all take care of yourselves. Have a great night. So long, fucker. Stay tuned for the raid.
Hiding spot in one of the bedrooms upstairs.
Oh, bunny.
Partition curtain.
Spectre!
Spectre,
Hello!
let's go.
Hello, Spectre.